All right, hello and welcome. I'm doing a YouTube live, and this is Lorelia Brown-Phillips, and I want to continue my conversation that I've been talking about in the last couple of videos regarding Andrew Yang being featured on the hip hop station, The Breakfast Club, and some of the remarks that he made about universal basic income. And so I've did some videos about it. I've had the Yang Gang, or should I call them the Yangites, who have came for me, and they've expressed their need and their wanting and the vision that is painted to them on this universal basic income. And so I understand many of them said I do not understand it. I have a false view of it. And so in this video, I'm really going to go into why that message does not resonate with me. Because I realize that many of the commenters that have been on the channel are not familiar with me, or what I do here on on my channel and my platform here on YouTube. So the one thing that I want to really stress, there is nothing about universal basic income that will appeal to me. I'm not saying it doesn't appeal to a group of individuals out there. Clearly it does. That's why you have what I'm learning is called the Yang Gang, and what I call the Yangites. But unfortunately, what I want to share with you is something totally opposite of universal basic income. And so that's why I titled this video, should I say, not thing, but this video, three ways to avoid depending on universal basic income. And why did I want to say three ways to avoid it? Is because if you are financially or economically looking forward to some type of government legislation to come out to help you financially to get a additional $1,000 into your household, you are either financially doomed right now or going into financial doom in the future. Um, and so that's why I want to give you three strategies that if you really understand and learn how the three strategies that I'm going to share with you can help you financially, you will never have to be banking on Andrew Yang's platform of this universal basic income. And I understand he's talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm primarily, I know I've been focusing on the universal basic income because I find that many people have gravitated to that. And so the first thing that I came up with is, number one, individuals need to understand the three types of income. And many of the individuals who are focusing on the $1,000 per month do not know that there's three types of income. There's active income. Many of us are very familiar with that. We've been conditioned in school that, in order to gain some type of income for yourself, you have to work for it. Whether you're working, for someone or working, in what they call the gig economy, or if you are in a business and you're working, that's active income. What that means is that you have to exchange hours for dollars. 90% of Americans, or should I say 99% of Americans, they understand that. And so the Yang Gang, the Yangites, who are very um, uh, uh, hopeful about this $1,000, only know that type of income. So that's why it appeals to them, because they really feel like that the income that they are getting right now is not enough. It does not sustain them. And that an extra $1,000 would be so much better, Because right now, if they're bringing in $4,000 per month, they're like, wow, that $5,000 would just really pretty much get me right over the hump. But that's why I'm going to talk about the two other types of incomes that most people don't know about. Maybe you've read them in a book, but you really don't understand how they work. And so the second form of income that that you need to do, or that you need to focus on, is passive and residual income. Um, as soon as I started this live, somebody is texting me. I gotta do this right now. It's passive and residual income. And so passive and residual income, now I'm gonna tell you right now, my phone is gonna ring. Is income that you do not work for. It's income that that basically works for you. And many people may wonder, well, how do you create passive and residual income? And it can come in many forms. It can come in assets that you buy. Most people are familiar with real estate, whether they invest in real estate, whether they, buy real estate assets. That's a form of passive income. For example, maybe even intellectual property. If you have books, if you have if you create art, anything that you do one time that pays you over and over and over and over. And so many of us have not been taught that we can do something one time and get paid over and over and over. And so with passive and residual income, you're not working for that income. The particular asset, whether you invest in it or you created it, is working for you, and that's how you create an income for yourself. The third type of income is portfolio income, and that would be income that you would create, not create, but income that you would get from investments, whether it is stocks, any type of investments, ETFs, options. I mean, the list goes on and on. T-bills, bonds, or what have you. Once again, you invest in it one time and you receive some form of income from it, whether it's interest income, whether it's dividend income. See, number 2 and number 3 are two types of incomes where you do it one time. It's a one-time action and you get paid over and over and over again. But see, like I said, many people have been conditioned to only know active income. And so what happens is that in order for you to get money with active income, you either have to be physically at a job or you physically have to be working somewhere in order for you to get paid, because you are exchanging hours for dollars. And that is what many of the Yangites are familiar with. And that's why they're thinking, if I get this extra $1,000, I don't have to work for that. Just me being a human in the United States, and as long as I have breath in my lungs, and I'm a human that is alive, I get $1,000. But how about you learn more about how to generate passive and residual income for yourself, or invest in portfolio income to create income for you? Whereas now that is your vehicle to be able to create and sustain yourself financially. That's why when I did the video before that I said that many of the results that we want in life, we think it's outside of ourselves, when primarily it's right within us. What would be wrong with us learning how the other types of incomes work. Because you best to believe Andrew Yang knows what it is. He knows what passive residual income is. He knows what portfolio income is. You know, like I said, there was a video that I had saw where he was in South, what's that big old conference? Southwest something out in Texas. And he did a 50-minute conversation, town hall meeting. And within the first 10 minutes, he talked about how he had to reach out to his rich friends when he wanted to become a social entrepreneur. So you really think that Andrew Yang rich friends are banking on $1,000 per month? I mean, do you really think they're like, whoa, Andrew, we really hope you become president so we can get $1,000 per month? Come on, people. So I probably am going to do another video on this topic. But if you want to learn more, someone said in my previous video, you're selling. You darn right I'm selling, because I know that selling is the highest paid profession in the world. The same way I have the Yang Gang and the Yangites trying to sell me on Andrew Yang, I'm selling. Yes, I am. I am selling. And I'm selling to those who want to break free from dealing, living with the hope of getting $1,000 per month from the government. If you want to break free from it, please go to the URL that you see right over here below. I think it's right here. Yes, it is. It's right here. Go to cashflow.yourmoneymentor.com. So it's right here. Or should I say, which way should I go? Yeah. It's kind of hard with my finger. But anyway, this is Lorelia. I am signing off. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.